You have stumbled across a one-of-a-kind 15-week screenwriting course. I am a professional screenwriter, you don't have to pay me a thing for this, and there are no other classes or books you need to buy at the end either. We're going to get you to the first draft of a feature screenplay in 15 weeks, and as we do that, I'm going to share methods for generating ideas, outlining, developing great characters, and a whole lot more, using analysis from movies like Get Out, Little Miss Sunshine, Die Hard, The Incredibles, and many others. I'm going to give you tips on how to network and how to get your screenplay read by actual people in Hollywood. This video is Class 0, and you can find all the other ones in the playlist under the course's name, Delusional. This is not a course for everyone. It's not going to be the most popular screenwriting content on YouTube, and that's okay. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing it to help a small group of people, the writers who want to do this for a career and who have the drive and the passion to actually have a shot. You might not be sure if that's you yet. That's okay, just keep watching. My name's Nathan Graham Davis, and I'm a Hollywood screenwriter living in Massachusetts, and I've been doing this professionally for a little while now, which is a dream come true. And I got to this point by putting in a ton of work over the years, and by ignoring the odds against me, by being a little delusional, which is where the name of this course came from. It's still early in my professional career, and I'm still learning things all the time, so it's not like I'm going to teach you everything that you could possibly know. But I have made well over 6 figures as a screenwriter. It's the occupation I list when I do my taxes. My movie Aftermath was #1 on Netflix and 19% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, we'll talk about that a bit too. Like the many changes that can happen to a script between when you write it and when it's actually produced, and how something can be both critically panned and #1 on the biggest streamer in the world. And I'll also talk about how I sold that script and how it got made in the first place. I can speak to those things because I've lived them, which is not the case for many of the people out there who are trying to sell you classes or books or consulting or other screenwriting services. If they're claiming they can help you succeed in one of the most competitive fields in the world, but they haven't even done it themselves, that's kind of a red flag.
Whoa, partner, little red flag going up.
And that's part of why I'm doing this. A lot of the information out there is not great. Even the stuff that you pay for. And frankly, it kind of annoys me. And although I have no problem with writers who've sold things or who've had actual movies made selling you their services, I do also believe in mentorship in the arts. Not everything needs to be about how much you can monetize it. I got a lot of help when I was coming up, and so this is me paying it forward. If you're brand new to screenwriting, that's perfect because we're going to start with the basics. And then I'm going to go well beyond them. So even if you've been writing for a while, maybe you've written a pilot or even an entire feature, you might find this useful as you write your second or third screenplay and beyond. Here's what this course won't do. It's not going to sell a script for you. It's not going to get your movie made. It's not going to offer you any guarantees or promises or false hopes like a lot of other courses do. Because I'm not charging you for it, I can be honest, and the truth is, the vast majority of people who attempt to become screenwriters will not succeed. That's just numbers. There's too much competition. But I broke in. I got a $10 million movie made, and I've got more in the works. And if I could do that despite living in Massachusetts this entire time and starting out with 0 connections, it is also possible for you. And I'm going to give you a jumpstart that I didn't have. This is for people who get that there are no guarantees and who love movies and writing so much that they're willing to be a little bit delusional, put in the work, and say, never tell me the odds.
Never tell me the odds.
And if that's you, you're going to enjoy this. This is a course. It's not just a video series. If you treat it like one and binge it or skip around, it's going to be way less effective. There's a timeline here. There are assignments. They're going to take up 5 to 10 hours of your week every week until you finish. And every bit of this is intentional. Before we get into it, I just want to give you a little bit of background on me and where this course came from. I wrote my first script in 2004. I fell in love with the craft right away, but I didn't know anyone and I didn't know what I was doing. And so for 8 years, I had nothing other than blind optimism to keep me going. No contest successes, no love from Hollywood, nothing. In 2012, the 4th draft of my 8th screenplay earned me my first manager. I optioned that to a very successful producer and found myself taking meetings at some of the biggest studios and production companies in Hollywood. And that was a really exciting time. A couple years later, everything I'd been working on just kind of fell apart at once. And that's not uncommon, but to me, it was crushing. And so I decided it was time to quit. I left screenwriting behind and focused on my family and my day job and on writing things that were much more for me, like a graphic novel and short stories. In 2020, when COVID made it feel like the world was about to end, I decided to take another shot at the screenwriting dream. I broke in all over again, and less than 2 years later, I stepped onto the set of my first movie, Aftermath, which was a top 10 day of my life, and I've been writing professionally ever since. In mid-2023, I was approached by a college to teach a screenwriting class. I thought that sounded awesome, but with zero teaching experience under my belt, I figured maybe I should get some. So I designed a program that was the length of a semester, and I offered it for free, live streamed right here on YouTube. A lot of writers finished the first drafts of their first screenplays during that course, and that was amazing. Not just for them, but for me. To be able to take something that I'm so passionate about and share it with others and see them find their own success, that was just the coolest thing ever. So my goal now is just to keep that going, which means that you get to benefit from everything I learned that first time around, plus another 1.5 years of professional writing experience. I've taken that original course, built on it, and put it all together for you here. The scripts for these classes total like 92,000 words, which is an almost 400-page book's worth of material, all designed to help you write a script. I can't guarantee you any professional success, but I will guarantee that if you follow this course and complete the assignments, you will finish the first draft of a feature screenplay and have a great foundation to carry you forward. It won't be easy. As my manager likes to say when he pushes me to write an even better version of something, if it were easy, everyone would do it. And a lot of people do say that they'd love to write a script someday. I hear from them all the time. Most of them never do it. Follow this course though, and you will. There are 3 things you need to know before you start. First, follow this course as intended. If you move at a slightly faster pace than 1 class a week, that's fine, but don't move forward until you've completed all the assignments for each class. They're meant to be foundational, and I promise by the end you'll be glad you followed the process. Second, plan ahead. Human nature says that if you complete the first 5 weeks of this course and then you fall behind or get distracted by life, a vacation, or whatever, there's a very real chance that you'll never finish. This is a 15-week course with 15 classes. It's less than 4 months. You can do this. And if you're able, I recommend watching 1 video at the same time every single week. Pause the video right now, look at your calendar, and add it in. If you know you'll be away or unable to focus at some point, that's fine. Just make a note of it so that you can pick things up when you're able. Don't allow yourself to lose momentum. Finishing a script is an awesome feeling, and I want you to experience it. Third, and most importantly, this course will be infinitely better if you're doing it with someone else. In fact, there will be a number of times where I refer to your writing group, and there will be assignments where you'll need them. I'll talk about this more in another class, but every professional writer I know has their own inner circle or wolf pack of other writers.
I just added 2 more guys to my wolf pack.
We actually had these long before we became professionals, and we might never have gotten here without them. Writing is hard. We get blocked, we need feedback, we get rejections piled on top of piles of more rejections, and there's just so much heartbreak along the way. Having friends to share that journey with is critical. So here's your assignment for Class 0. Find a few others to do this course with you. Maybe they're already writers, and maybe they're already friends, or maybe they're neither of those things. All you need is people who are optimistic, creative, passionate about movies, and who have the willpower to stick with something challenging. 1 or 2 of them will probably fall off along the way, so a group of 4 to 6 is a great number to start with. More than that can be unwieldy, so do with that what you will, but find your people. If you don't know anybody, that's okay. There are aspiring writers and film lovers on every social media platform, from Reddit to Facebook to Discord to Blue Sky and beyond. Put in just a little bit of effort and you will find people, I promise. Finally, and I'm going to remind you of this every single class, you get what you pay for. And you might be thinking to yourself, oh, well, this course is free, so it must be trash then. No, just because it's on YouTube does not mean that it's free. Just because you're not paying me anything does not mean that it's free. The difference between this course and others is that you're going to pay yourself. You're going to invest in yourself by doing the work and not skipping weeks or assignments. This may feel like a joke right now, but it won't on week 11 when you're feeling the grind of it. So do not let up. It's 15 weeks. You can rest when it's over. And when you feel the great feelings that will come with completing this course, you're going to pay part 2 of the cost. You're going to pay it forward and share it with someone else so another writer can have this experience too. And if you want to start paying it forward now, subscribe to this channel, like the video, and share it. Also, just so this is all completely above board, I do make money from this course in 2 ways. I don't have sponsors, and I certainly don't charge $500 for it like many other people would do, but this channel is monetized. So according to my calculations, if you watch all the videos, I'll make about 20 cents. I also have a small brand called Delusional with merch for writers, filmmakers, and other artists who are putting in the work and chasing pipe dreams and who, against their better judgment, have said, Never tell me the odds. There's an exclusive t-shirt and coffee mug for writers who finish this course, and the link to it is in only one place, the description beneath the video for Class 15. If you like, completing this course earns you the right to buy it. Use that as a carrot if it helps. But it's not an obligation, and please don't buy a thing until you've finished. I care way more about you finishing your script than the $3 I might get from a mug. Okay, that's enough for Class 0. You're ready to start, find your people, and then go check out Class 1.